So give me all of you in exchange for me. Just give me all of.
Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel and happy new year. So in today's video we did this really pretty fun festive smoky eye look. I also paired it with this top because I thought that was also pretty festive and gave a New Year's Eve vibe. Even though New Year's Eve has passed us already, I thought it would be fun for this video. So we did some makeup, we drank some wine, and we discussed all things 2025, what to expect, and what my 2025 goals are. So if you'd like to see how to get this look, or if you want to hear what my New Year's resolutions are, please keep watching and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Cheers. Okay, you guys, so got my wine and we're gonna sip, talk, and do some makeup. My favorite things. So I already put a little bit of my base color on just because I didn't want my concealer to crease. So what I'm using is the Huda Beauty like Pretty Grunge palette, and I'm using that color Liberty right here. As you can see, it has the color all over it, but I've already filled in my brows and prepped my skin. As you can see, kind of some of the powder is caking up on my forehead here, which will be fine. It's not going to affect the foundation or anything, so that will be fine. But how are you guys? I have missed doing makeup. Oh my goodness. I missed this, I missed this, I missed this. I haven't filmed like a sit down video in like 2 months, which is crazy to think about. Super, super crazy. As you can see, I have a portrait posted, a new portrait, not posted, put up here, because my dad was recently here after the new year and he helped me put together a lot of the stuff in my house. So I'm really, really, really ecstatic about the new stuff in my home. So next we're going to deepen up this color just a bit, not too much. So I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Cosmos palette, and we're going to use Comet and like a tad bit of Mars, like literally the smallest amount of Mars in there. So go to my vlog, I think it'll be posted after this, to see the updates that my dad made, but I love it, love it, love it. We're gonna do a smoky eye today because I'm just feeling it. One of my clients came into MAC the other day and she had the prettiest smoky New Year's look. Well, I felt like it was really pretty for New Year's, so I'm not gonna necessarily recreate it, but I just loved the way that it looked. So I was like, oh, we're doing a smoky eye. So just the base will be like brown, and then the eyes will, like the lid will be really smoky. So that's the look we're going for today. She inspired me, so that is the look we're gonna do. But how are you guys feeling in the new year? So today is January 6th, which, if you know, you know what happened last year on January 6th. We're not going to get into any political talk about that, but today is the 6th and we are snowed in today here in the DMV, but it snowed quite a bit, and it's actually, it might not be snowing anymore, but it was still snowing probably like an hour ago. It might not be going anymore, but I don't know, I haven't checked. And I cleaned off my car a little bit earlier, which is good because if things are not canceled tomorrow, then I will be able to like just leave without having to worry, and I won't have to worry about like cleaning off my car. But I might have to clean it off a little bit again because it was recently just snowing. So now I'm debating what color that I want to use on the lid. Let me see here. This galaxy color looks so pretty. Should we do like a blue? She did more of like a, hers wasn't blue, hers was more like black. So let's go in with the blue first and see how it comes out, and then if we have to, we can add a little bit more to spice it up. Oh my gosh, that color is so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to spray it with some Fix Plus so that it just pops more, and I'm gonna pop that all on the lid. But yeah, how are you guys feeling in this new year? So for me, the new year is I never like to put too much emphasis on a new year. And the reason for that is because I feel like every day is an opportunity to start over, every month, every week, but mainly every day, every hour, every second is an opportunity to do better and be better. So I don't necessarily make the new year like a new thing. And I've been so busy over the holiday season that I really haven't I've sat with my goals, but not the way that I probably would have before. But my goals are pretty much always the same all the time. It's just being consistent, like being consistent with YouTube, being consistent with my family, being consistent with friends. This is so pretty. So I'm just putting that all over the lid, and then we'll blend it out, of course. That is always my goal, is to be just as consistent as possible. And then of course I have financial goals like saving money, saving a certain amount. I'm probably not gonna explain exactly how much I want to save, but I talked about this before. If you're not watching my vlogs, catch up on the vlogs, you guys. I know a lot of people like the makeup content because those views do pretty okay, but go catch up on my vlogs. But if you watch my vlogs, you'll know that I have a goal to move into the city within the next year or two. So of course I'm just trying to focus on saving for that, for when I do plan to move. I mean, the interest rates are ridiculous right now, so it won't be happening probably anytime soon until I get some details about the interest rates going down. So then I'm gonna use that Mars color again, that dark brown that I mixed in with the lid shade, and I'm gonna just put that on the outer corner. I'm gonna actually mix that with, do I have a dark brown here? There's a little bit of a dark brown in this Pretty Grunge palette. So that Hope color, can you see that? It's called Hope. Yeah, that color. I'm going to just add a little bit, just so it creates a smoke, because the Mars is kind of reddish, and that'll cool it down just a little bit. So I definitely have plans to move to the city, but those interest rates have got to come down for me. Absolutely have to, because my interest rate here is spectacular. I'm not going to, compromise on that, especially because I've bought a house before, and I'm not in a rush because I own a house. So yeah, I'm not in a rush to buy another property right now, especially with the way that the interest rates are. So I can definitely wait to see what they look like within the next year or two and go from there. So I'm always financially motivated and, always saving and everything like that. So with that, I am looking to get my bartending license. So I was actually supposed to start my class today, but with the snow, it's halted that process just a little bit. So, I don't know. Hopefully I can go tomorrow. I don't know, because it's a week-long session, and the class, I don't know if it's a week. I specifically cleared and made my schedule around taking this bartending class. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that, but I'm just taking it day by day, and we will see what happens tomorrow, because if the roads are still not good, they may cancel the classes tomorrow as well. And then I don't know. But my goal with bartending, because I explained this a little bit in my last get ready with me video that I made back in October that I am no longer accepting new clients for makeup, but I'm not satisfied with doing makeup anymore. And it could be the retail aspect of it that just made me not want to really indulge, or made me kind of lose my passion for it. Not my passion for makeup, but doing makeup on clients. Like, I love doing makeup, obviously. I think ever since I kind of stepped down as being the manager working for MAC, I just have lost kind of my love for doing makeup on clients, unfortunately. And I spoke on it very briefly back in October. But yeah, that's just kind of where I am. It's just not fulfilling for me anymore. I just don't really have the wherewithal for the career anymore. I love the beauty industry. I'm grateful for the beauty industry. I started in the beauty industry, and it's provided me with a lot of opportunities, and I'm grateful for it. But when I was in college, I used to serve, and started, getting into wanting to bartend. So I really want to get back into that. So taking the bartending class will just allow me to, for one, find a job easier because I'll have my license, and two, it's something that I've always been around. My dad's a bartender, and I don't know if I want to keep the smoky or brighten it up a little bit with another color. Maybe I think I'll just keep it like this smoky. It looks crazy now because obviously it's, when there's no foundation or concealer under the eye, it's obviously gonna look a little wild. But I'm just going back and forth with the colors and just blending and making sure it's all blended out. Yeah, my dad is a bartender, and I've always kind of admired that like aspect of him. Like, I'm really into like cooking and stuff like that. And so with him, I just have really gotten like into it. And, with him and our relationship, I love the relationship that I have with my dad when he like helps me cook. And it's just a bonding thing that we share, cooking and recipes and all of that stuff. And I just love that. I just love it. So yeah, I've decided to kind of take that under my wing. I am hoping that, by the end of this month or next month, that I can find a good bartending job, and that will be kind of what I start doing. And then maybe I can do what he does and start catering like private parties and doing all of that. That is what my new path is kind of looking like. That is kind of what I am looking towards right now, is getting my bartending license. And then that'll also help me get on a good financial track. I mean, I'm on a fine financial track. I'm not like, but it'll just help bring in a different kind of income. And that's what I'm looking for. And something that I feel like I will have fun with. I am not, unfortunately, I just have proved to myself that I'm not a career 9-to-5 woman. I think I've proved that over and over again, that that's just not where I see myself, is being in a 9-to-5. So, and I feel like I've always thought that way since I was a child, that I was never gonna have a ordinary career path. I've just always seen it for myself, and yeah, that's just how it's kind of been. And I'm excited to get my license and see where that takes me. But yeah, it sucks because it was supposed to be today. And I mean, I'm glad it wasn't today, because now I get to sit down and film this video with you guys, because I've been wanting to film this video and kind of talk about new year, new goals, I don't really have any new goals, but yeah. Also, another one of my goals is, by the way, cheers, you guys. Cheers. This is a Pinot Noir. The brand is Bread and Butter. I cannot remember. This might have been a gift given to me when I had a party. They might have brought it. And we just never opened it. So I can't tell you exactly where it's from or anything of that nature, but yeah. So I think we're all blended out with the eyes. Okay, so I went cleaned up a little bit with a makeup wipe, just like anything that had fallen down, not much. But another one of my resolutions, which is just something that I work on every day regardless of the new year or not, is just having a better relationship with alcohol. I feel like sometimes I get a little too excited in certain situations. So I'm going in foundation wise with the Armani Luminous Silk, and then I'm gonna mix it with the Kylie Power Plush Longwear foundation. So that's my combo for today. I'm really good about mixing foundations. I am not really a one foundation kind of gal. So yeah. And I love to mix a like either satin, like a satin or like a more hydrating foundation with one that's a little bit more matte. And then color wise I will mix as well. But I just want to have a better relationship with alcohol, not cut out alcohol completely, because I do feel like depriving will just honestly make matters not good. Like, I'm not an alcoholic or anything like that, so obviously it's not, you know, but sometimes I just take it too far when I'm having like a little bit too much fun, and I just sometimes don't understand my limits, and I just want to get better about understanding what my limits are. And that's just something that I'm always working on, is just understanding my limits when it comes to drinking and things of that nature. So that is why I say that. I have these dark marks on my skin right here that are just so bothersome. So I do need to go in a little bit more with the darker foundation, which is the Armani Luminous Silk. So I use the number 11 in this foundation. The colors are not the best in my opinion for darker skin girls, especially like me. I mean, to be honest, I haven't found my right shade in any color besides probably the Bobbi Brown foundation and the Clinique foundation. Those are like my two go-to. But the thing about the Bobbi Brown is that it's so thick and like can be kind of hard to like really blend the way that I need it to blend. So the Clinique one is just honestly perfect. Like I was saying, yeah, just a better overall relationship with alcohol and just understanding my limits and not allowing alcohol to be used as a means to deal with things. Sometimes I do that as well. Like if I'm like, man, just F it. Like, you know, like if I'm kind of like going through with something or feeling a certain way, I'm like, oh, if I'm already partying, then I'm like, yeah, we're going hard. And so just a better way to deal with alcohol. So that's another thing that I'm just working on, especially since I will be trying to work around alcohol as a bartender. Obviously, I need to create those boundaries early so that it doesn't become a situation where then I can't handle it. So yeah, if that makes sense. Another one of my goals, which I'm getting back into, I've always had this as a goal, is just reading more consistently. I want to shoot for 20 books a year, 20 books this year. And that is like 2 books a year with like some space for some wiggle room. So I did have a book that I was reading last year. And I had stopped reading it like halfway through the year. It is a book that was given to me by a friend. I feel like the dark spots aren't really being covered as well as I want them to, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more coverage. And I really focus on blending my foundation into the skin, you guys. That is my biggest, if I have nothing else, blending your foundation, that's the key. Blend your foundation. If you don't blend anything else, blend your foundation. Like, okay, spend time blending the eyes, whatever, but the eyes can do something quick, whatever. But your foundation, please use the time and take the time for your foundation. That is all that I would recommend as a makeup artist. So I'm giving myself some wiggle room with that, but I stopped reading this book halfway through, and I am the type of person who, if I stop halfway through a book, or if I stop even 3/4 of the way and I haven't read it and like haven't picked it up in quite a bit of time, I will reread it. So I will be rereading this book. It was given to me by a friend. It is a police detective book. And I actually enjoy the book. It's a little bit not something that I'm typically used to reading. I like a lot of psychological thrillers, romance. Those are the type of books that I like to read. So this book is a little bit out of my comfort zone, which is probably why it's taken me a little longer to finish this book, but I am determined to go back and to read the book. So yeah, and then I have another book that my best friend Destiny gave me, which is called The Inmate. So I'm actually gonna start that book first and then go back and read this book that my other friend Jill gave me and actually finish it. And I'm not sure if she wants it back, but I may or may not feel inclined to give it back to her depending on how it ends. Because I have a bookshelf and I'm really trying to like stock up my bookshelf. So my goal is 20 books this year. That is my goal. So if you have any book recommendations, let me know. There are a few that I got from vlogs that I watch. Leah's Face, she had a couple of good book recommendations that I'm looking into. So yeah, but I just want to read the books that I have first. And I get most of my book recommendations from Destiny because she's like a big reader and she's always inspiring me to read. So yeah, most of my recommendations come from her. But if anybody else has any good book recs, let me know, because that is definitely a goal. Once my life slows down a little bit, or I'm gonna at least try like 30 minutes a day. Like if I can just bring my book with me, depending on what I'm doing. Like the other day when I was getting my car service, instead of, or like a couple weeks ago when I got my car service, instead of reading or scrolling on my phone, I could have been reading a book at that, you know what I mean? So just stuff like that, I think, is just to be more productive in that manner. Next, I am going in with the Fenty Beauty Wear Even Long Wear Hydrating Long Wear Concealer. This is the color 230W, so this is a brightening shade. And I only really add concealer in the inner corner, so I do add quite a bit and let it dry down so that it picks up as much coverage onto the skin as possible. And down the nose. So then we'll wet our sponge with the Matte Fix Plus. Let that dry down a little bit as well. And then we're going to take our Studio Fix Sculpt and Shape Contour Palette. Oops. Oh, I thought that was one of the powders that fell, but it was just the little film that comes on it, that comes with it. So that is the palette, which I do believe they don't make this one anymore, unfortunately. I'm sorry, you guys. But I'm gonna go in with a mix of these two right here. The more cool one, which is like that reddish tone, and the more warm one, which is a little bit more golden. Do like that back and forth in the palettes like that. Just being more consistent about reading instead of scrolling or watching TV all the time. I think reading will really help with some of my focus. I was talking about it on the vlog, which I have also. That's one of my goals, is just wellness, overall wellness, you know, working out. I've always, you know, I always try to maintain some kind of workout routine, but I honestly have truly not worked out since Thanksgiving. So I definitely need to get back into my workout routine. But I just knew that once December came around that I was gonna be like a little bit overwhelmed with the holidays and just getting everything together. So I haven't worked out, so I just need to like get back into it, which I will at some point this month. And stretching. So but what I was saying about the overall wellness is taking vitamins. So I started on this new vitamin regimen, which is the Love Wellness brand. So I'm gonna try it for about 3 months and see if I actually feel a difference. It is mainly probiotics. I'm using the brain probiotic, the gut probiotic, and the women's health vaginal probiotic. That's a little, but I think it is good because I'm just overall trying to just be healthier everywhere. So and just like stretching more. You guys know I want to get back into taking ballet class. So just wellness in a way that makes sense for me, you know, doing ballet and just the workouts that I enjoy, which are like my glute workouts. I love like doing glute day, and I love, you know, taking a class and just all of that stuff. And like, you know, studying ballet has just, it's just always, I love it. I've always loved studying ballet. And so yeah, every day you learn something new in ballet. Like I don't care how long I've been studying, I just love the art of it because it's like I learn something new about my body when I study, when I am like consistent with like studying. Yeah, I just want to just make sure that overall wellness is intact and just doing everything for my body that like my body enjoys. Stretching, like I want to maintain my flexibility that comes along with, you know, being a dancer and all of that stuff. So, and I am cutting the shadow up. I'm gonna try these vitamins because I've been wanting to just be overall healthier, and I've been wanting to like, you know, grow my hair back out and just really be more consistent with like my hair health. I used to be so good about it and like getting trims. And if you haven't watched the vlogs, go back and watch some of the vlogs. I got my hair done. My stepmom did my hair recently, and I got a nice good trim. So back in November. So I just want to keep that up, and taking a multivitamin and taking my vitamins will just help, you know, with overall body wellness, but like, you know, with my hair growth and all of that, and just making sure that I stay on track with that and get back into that, because I had fallen off. I had really genuinely fallen off of my hair growth journey and not getting trims. I believe it was just due to kind of being a little lazy, I'm not gonna lie, and just, you know, getting braids all the time and not really caring what's underneath. But I really do need to make sure that I'm like taking care of my hair no matter how busy I am. So that is also like a goal of mine, but that has been a goal, you know, since I turned 28. Like I talked about this in my last sit down video, that I just want to make sure I'm overall maintaining health. So health is wealth to me. So working out, stretching, just making sure my body feels good, looks good, and all of that stuff is, you know, obviously it's an everyday thing, but as we're going into the new year, I just want to reiterate it and use it as a new opportunity to make sure that I'm focusing on that. So at some point, I will get back into a good workout routine, but I have, you know, I have stretched in between and been, you know, stretching and stuff like that. But actual workout, I haven't actually gotten a good workout in since Thanksgiving. So next on my list of things that I want to achieve in 2025, or like goals that I just have set, obviously YouTube is, you know, I am trying to grow a community on YouTube and just be consistent. Like I said, talking about consistently, like I said, with friends and everything like that. I'm trying to be consistent in every area of my life, but especially on YouTube, I, you know, I'm wanting to grow my community on here. I've been on YouTube for 6 years now. YouTube has reminded me of that, and I've never truly been consistent uploading as often as I have been in the last 6 months. And I just want to continue on this track. I've seen a lot of growth in the last 6 months, and I just want to continue on with that and just make sure that I'm putting out the best content that I can, but content that also feels good to me and doesn't feel rushed to just put out. Sometimes I feel like within the last, like, before, you know, this 6 months where I just have genuinely been taking it a little bit more serious, I do feel like I used to put out a lot of rushed content, and I don't want to do that. I want to put out content that, for one, makes me feel good, and for two, I'm just gonna set my under eyes. I'm gonna go in with the Bye Bye Pores Press by It Cosmetics. Obviously, I love this stuff because, yeah, I hit pan on it, but also I think you can hit pan on this pretty quickly. So just setting the under eyes, well, setting where I put the concealer, so the under eyes, the nose. But yeah, so being on YouTube for 6 years, I do feel like I put out a lot of rush content, and I feel like I've had a lot of great content ideas, and I do plan to sit down and have like a more some more planned content ideas instead of just always coming on every so often and just sitting and doing makeup. I do want to have, you know, good ideas that are not like always the same, just vlogs and sit down, update, get ready with me chit chat videos. So I will be doing that, but I love doing these kind of videos as well because, yeah, they just feel natural to me, just sitting, doing makeup, talking, stuff like that. So just doing what feels natural and and just coming up with good ideas. That is just, I don't know if that made sense. I feel like I just kind of talked in a circle a little bit, but yeah, just continuing doing things that I like and enjoy and things that I would want to see, but also that I feel like other people would want to see as well. And just not putting out any rush content. I just don't want to put out anything that feels rushed. I want to put my whole heart into it. Being on YouTube for 6 years, I feel like I should see more growth, but I feel like I haven't seen that growth because my content was always super rushed. So now that I'm focusing on not rushing content and making sure that I'm putting a lot of focus on, as much as focus as I'm putting into the videos, into the editing as well, and to, you know, the thumbnails and all of that stuff, and not just putting it out for the sake of putting it out. So now we're going to bake the rest of the face. So I'm going in with the Anastasia powders, the Deep Peach and the banana powders. I'm gonna mix them and bake the rest of the face, cut the contour, do all of that. So yeah, so being consistent on YouTube is definitely something, because I do just want to see this channel grow. I know that I have that potential. I can see it for myself. I just have to continue on and not hold back and be in that space and put my all into that like I put my all into other things. So yeah. Back to financial goals. I do want to pay off my credit card completely. I'm hoping by June, but I will settle for paying it off completely by December. So that's just another like kind of minor but major financial goal for me. Paying off my credit card, just paying off my debts in general is like, you know, paying down my car. If I can like make an extra payment, one extra payment on my car and one extra payment on my house, I feel like I'll be set, like, you know. So that's my another, you know, goal for 2025 is one extra payment, one extra car payment and one extra payment on my home, so that I can just start reducing my debt, especially when it comes to wanting to buy a second property. Another goal is traveling. I want to get back to traveling more. So a lot of my traveling was on pause last year because of Europe, and obviously we all know how that kind of turned out, and I don't want to kind of make that mistake again. I want to really travel. My goal is to travel at least once a month. If not once a month, once every other month. That is kind of my goal. I'm going to, now that my whole face is baked down, Lord, sheesh. You would think I was going out. I am going to put some brow gel in, the MAC Pro Locked brow gel. So yeah, so like I traveled, well, see, that's the thing. So like I said, being consistent with my friends and my family. Family-wise, my sister is growing up, like grown. She's about to go to college. She graduates in 2026, which is next, like May or June. And I'll be turning 30 in 2026. Yes. So with that, I'm just making sure that I visit my family as often as possible and just continue to make sure that I'm like with them and doing stuff with them as often as possible, because she will be out of the house and graduating soon and my parents will be empty nesters. So I just am trying to, I guess, ideally make sure that I'm around as much as possible before she graduates and moves on with her life. Yeah, I'm just trying to be consistent. So if I don't get to travel once a month, my goal is to travel every other month, so that the months that I'm not necessarily traveling out of the country or out of the state, I'm going to Delaware to be with my family, and at least doing that once every other month. So if I don't go out of town in February somewhere, then I will definitely be like taking a trip to Delaware. So just traveling more, but I'm definitely traveling this year or this month. I don't want to say too much just yet because the travel plans are not fully set in stone. So I have to do a little bit more research, but watch the vlogs and you'll see where we go, because we're going somewhere. But I don't want to say too much on where we're going because it's not set in stone yet. So now I'm gonna blush up. We're gonna go in with the cream pinch of Marrakesh blush. Add that to the cheeks. And then we're gonna go in with tried and true fave, which is hard to get, which I think they are getting rid of this blush, which I think is a major, like getting rid of any of the extra dimension blushes is, that's one thing that I want to talk about. Let's talk about this really quick. I'm sorry. A little pause moment to discuss. What does MAC think that they're doing? I am a little frustrated with the brand because they are getting rid of a lot of greatness and it's scaring me. It's really scaring me because it makes me feel as though they don't care about their customer base. And I think that's also why I've lost a lot of passion for working for the brand, for one. But also, like, yeah, I've lost a lot of passion for just working with this brand. It sucks to me. It just sucks that it has to be this way. And I don't know what their plan is. Like, you know, it's just, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed. Like, I know how it is. You have to move around and move things, but it just makes me feel like they're not committed to their original fan base. And that just scares me. Like, I feel like with Anastasia, she's never steered away. Like, even when Norvina has taken over, yes, Norvina has incorporated a lot of things, but also she hasn't taken away their tried and true products. So, that just, yeah. But I'm going in with the Anastasia Dream Palette. I think I'm gonna use, should I use a pinky color? So maybe I'll do the Magic shade since it's a green, but it's like holographic pink. So, and obviously this palette is a mess. I've had it for quite a few years, since like 2016 or something like that. So MAC has been disappointing me. They're coming out with a new nude collection though that I'm kind of intrigued, but then they just get rid of like old shades. Like they got rid of like Impulsive, the Powder Kiss liquid, and Feroche, the Powder Kiss liquid. And so then I'm like, what are we doing here? So some things just are not clicking for me. And I just feel so kind of disconnected from the brand. As much as it is my favorite brand, I do feel disconnected, and I don't know if that's because I stopped being a manager and that has caused a lot of disconnect, and then I'm only part-time with the brand now. I don't know what it is, but for sure I definitely feel a little bit of a disconnect. I'm just gonna spray my face with the Fix Plus matte. Ooh, yes. Okay, so now we're gonna put on some lashes. I think I'm gonna do these guys. Destiny actually gave me these lashes because she knew that she wasn't gonna use them, and she knew that I would if I can get them out. I'm pretty sure she got them from either TJ Maxx or Marshalls, which I'm not really into like getting big fancy like lashes, like, you know, fancy lashes. Like, I think lashes are lashes no matter where you get them from. So they're the Kala brand and they're in the Pixie. So I think I'm gonna do these. So I'm gonna throw on some lashes and then I'll come back and we'll do lips and finish up the look. So I'll be right back with lashes on. Okay, y'all, we're back. Lashes are on. I did pop some of the crease shade into the bottom lash line and put on bottom mascara, put on mascara to blend in with the lashes. And yeah, now we are going to do lips, but I'm gonna drink a little bit more wine before. Oh, and if you want to know where my wine glasses are from, they are from West Elm. I don't know if they still sell them. I got these 2 years ago when I moved here, so almost 2.5 years ago now at this point. So I'm not sure if they still sell them, but I'm sure you can find glasses that look like these. I just love them. They're just so classy. And these are the red wine glasses because they're a little bit larger, and the white wine glasses are a little bit smaller, if anyone cares. So we are gonna go in with Chestnut, of course, for the lips. Just gonna line as normal, making sure to get in the inner corner. And just got word that my bartending class will resume tomorrow, so I'm excited. Cause I was like, if it's 2 days in a row that I can't start, that is gonna like seriously stall what I'm trying to do. Because like I said, I cleared my whole schedule this week to take this course, like my entire schedule. Okay, so now that we got that on, then we're gonna go in with Call It Cozy, which is the newish Maximal Sleek Satin Lipsticks from MAC. I think they came out while I was in Europe. This is my second time wearing this. The first time was on my date, which also, yeah, let me talk about that for a second. And then we're gonna go in with the Pillow Talk Big Lip Plumpgasm from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the fair to medium shade, which is just like a pretty nudie, pinky, peachy tone. So with traveling and with all of that, all the stuff that, am I in focus? Okay, now I feel like I'm in focus. Oh my gosh, I hope I was not out of focus this whole time. This is my first time trying this gloss and it is definitely like plumpy, plumpy, plumpy. Oh my gosh, I really hope that I was in focus, you guys. I'm sorry if I was not in focus. Ooh. Okay, anyway, with the vlog that's coming out, you saw that I went on a date. You didn't obviously go on the date with me, but I am just trying to get back to normal. And what normal is for me is traveling, just living life. Before I was in my last relationship, before I, you know, just kind of went through that whole experience in Europe and all of that stuff, I'm trying to get back to my normal. So I just do feel normal, like going out with my friends, being with my friends and just having a good time. I just feel like I just kind of was dimming myself down a little bit in my last relationship. And so it's just been nice to get back to what I consider normal for me. So yeah, I just wanted to discuss that a little bit. That's definitely like what my plans are in 2025. Just to get back to my normal everyday life and what I kind of just, this is just what I do. So yeah, like just going out with my friends, just not always being home, I guess, like traveling, exploring, living life. That's my normal. So I'm just trying to get back to that and to just not be so scared about stuff like that. So yeah, but this is the look, you guys. I really hope that while I was doing the foundation and stuff, it was just like super, like not super out of focus, but I don't know. We'll see the footage and we'll see. I'm a little nervous, but yeah, you guys, this is the look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed, you know, kind of chit-chatting and talking with me. I'm so excited for what 2025 has to offer. But like I said, don't just use the new year as an opportunity. If the first week of the new year didn't work out, start the second week. If the first month of the new year didn't work out, start the second month. If the first hour of the new year didn't work out, start the second hour. Like, there's just so many times that you can have a new opportunity. It does not have to be just at the start of the year. You can start new goals and start whenever you want. And that's one thing that I've just had to like kind of get out of, is just like always thinking that, oh my gosh, it's a new month, so this is a new opportunity to like, and of course it is a new opportunity, but you can start a new opportunity whenever you want. So just take that along with you if it resonates at all. But yeah, this is the look, this pretty smoky, I love it. And yeah, so I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, sitting, chatting with me, drinking some wine, or if you don't drink wine, drinking tea, whatever you had. And yeah, I hope that you guys reach all of your goals that you have this year, and just take every single second as a new opportunity to just live life. Life is so short, so just keep pushing, keep going, keep grinding. It is never too late to start over. I'm 28 years old, and as young as that may sound, it's like, you know, so much time has passed me by since I graduated college, and you know, like, you would think that I would know where I want my life to be at this point, but I'm still figuring it out. So yeah, all that to say, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys later.